Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. Renzo here. Okay, I'm gonna paint a new portrait. Today I'm gonna paint Louie, and I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Ameerah. Okay, I have here titanium white, cadmium yellow light, cadmium orange, cadmium red, alizarin crimson, burnt sienna, ultramarine blue, and raw umber. Okay, let's start sketching. When we paint a portrait, I got the photograph you see on the upper part. That's the one on the right, the upper part is the original photograph. And I did this one, the one on, that I'm gonna paint from with Photoshop. Okay, I think, I don't know about the background, if I'm gonna keep the same background. But what I did basically, I just tilted the photograph and added more space. Okay, I'm gonna start just sketching with a burnt sienna, and as a medium I'm using liquid. Okay, now the challenge when we paint, let's say in this case the dog and the person, is about the size, the relationship between one and the other. Okay, you know that usually start with just simple straight lines, trying to simplify what I see into just geometrical shapes. Okay, let's see. Even though I have few lines on my canvas, I gotta step back and see the proportions, the size of her head, duck's, Louie's head, and all the fur. She has a lot of fur here, and she has a beautiful hair. Okay, I think this. With this, I got a rough idea about the position of both. Okay. Now, thinking about just hair head. Okay, I'm gonna just think always about proportions. First, how tilted is the face? I can place the center line of the face. Then I can just use the Loomis proportions. For example, if I place the eyebrows here, it could be up or down, it doesn't matter. You got the eyebrows here, you got the chin here. Now you're gonna find the nose halfway from here to here, and the mouth halfway, the bottom of the mouth here. Okay, this means that you got the nose, I got the nose, and I got the mouth here, and the eyes around here. Obviously we don't see so clearly the eyes because of the glasses. You just draw the glasses with simple straight lines again, always trying to simplify. Okay, this commission is from New York. Hello, Epic Place. Hello, Terry. Okay, Louie, that's him. He grew up in New York. He's a tough guy. Yeah. He's gonna be 4 years old, I think. It's gonna be in December. Yeah, in December. Okay. She was telling me that she used to take Louie with her everywhere, even when she goes on a plane to one state to another state. She goes with Louie. He, pretty sure he's a quiet dog. Okay, let's see. Another thing that I do, I check out alignments. For example, if I'm about to paint the eye, I'm just checking a horizontal alignment. And you see it's aligned with the bottom of the chin. Okay? Okay, that's good. Now, sometimes there are no more alignments, used for alignments, let's say, but this one I think is pretty good. Okay, again, just think about the diagonal alignments. For that, for example, I could use a brush, I could put it on top of the photograph and then move it to my canvas and see if the alignment is correct. Obviously, if I just, let's say that I place my brush on my canvas and I move it, it's like this, and I see my drawing is like this, I know there's a mistake that I gotta fix on my canvas. Okay. Okay, let's see. Stepping back again, squinting down my eyes. Obviously, we could measure as much as possible. I could measure, for example, on the photograph, the width of Louie's head, okay? Or something like, for example, from the forehead to the chin. And try to find a match. Maybe here, I think it's, let me do it. Let me do it here. Yeah, I think it's that, you know, from the forehead to the chin, it's the same distance from the top of Louie's head to the bottom. It's kind of close. Let me check out the photograph. No, Louie's head is a little bit bigger. Or maybe it could be a little bit smaller. If you see the upper photograph, it looks like it's a selfie. And when we take a selfie, it could be a little bit of a distortion. Okay, it could be. Let's say that's the beauty of a selfie at the same time. But that makes things just bigger when they are closer to the cell phone. Okay. Now, first thing I'm gonna paint are gonna be the darker values. Okay. Let's think. Just 1 second. Okay. I'm gonna use raw umber. A little bit of liquid. Okay, when I squinting down my eyes, what I see basically is just here that everything is dark. Here, the eyes, around the mouth, the mandible. I'm painting with my eyes, almost kind of, let's say, closed, because I'm just thinking about just darker values. Here. The good thing about raw umber is that it's a transparent color. And since I'm using a little bit of liquid, it's even a bit more transparent. What's going to allow me to add more colors, even light up this. Yeah. Okay, the ear is a bit darker too. Now I open my eyes and I notice that it's not that dark here. I'm gonna squint on my eyes again. Okay. Yeah. That's good. Now, I got what I think are the more important spots on the portrait. Now I'm going to move on to the next darker values, which I see the head, you know, in the background. But about the background, that's where I have a doubt here. I'm just thinking if I should make it that dark. You know, that was my idea. You know that I know New York, and what I remember about New York is I don't know why, but people looks like love to wear always black dresses, black suits, and I don't know why. It could be the weather, it could be the city. And I'm speaking about 20 years ago. I don't know right now. And then I thought, okay, a darker background. That's what I thought first. And at the same time is because of she's blonde, and obviously Louie has like a blonde hair too, blonde fur, and that's I think it's gonna create a nice contrast to make this the skin, the hair, and the fur just glow. Okay. Now about the color, it could be brown, it could be this bluish, it could be a combination of both. I'm gonna continue just with raw umber, but now because it's just simpler. And as I said before, I can just change the color if I want to. As you can see, not too much paint. This layer is kind of transparent. Okay. I'm gonna use a little bit of blue, ultramarine blue, a little bit of camion red, and a touch of white. No airy pica. Okay. I'm gonna pause for a few seconds always and just squint down my eyes and compare. Okay. Just 1 second, 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna paint the skin first. I don't see, I was trying to find the shadows on the skin, light, midtones, and shadows. I don't see too many values, but there is always, always, light, midtones, and shadows. It's just like sometimes it's pretty difficult to see them. If we don't see them, we need to just squint down our eyes, or we can just create another version of the photograph, make it darker with maybe with using our cell phone or using another program, another app. I use Photoshop to create a new version of every picture, to retouch it, to change a few things. Okay. Okay, now a lighter color. Let's see, I see it looks like the chin is more pointy. Yeah, as I paint, I'm gonna just be fixing mistakes here and there. Okay, now it's just the first layer, a little bit on the hair. Hello, sorry, Makin. Okay. Hello, Rabi. Doing okay, thank you. Sorry, Makin said this is my first live session. Most times I missed the live session, but I always watched the recorded session. Thank you. Okay, just 1 second, please, 1 second. I'm back. Okay, now for the hair, I'm gonna use another brush. And again, I'm thinking about just darker values. Raw umber again, a little bit of white, a little bit of orange. More umber, more red. Okay. I know that the color is not too dark on the photograph, but I see all the colors a bit darker when I squint on my eyes, and that's what I'm trying to copy right now. I'm gonna light up the colors. Okay, in a minute. Okay, now let's paint Louie. I think I'm gonna use the same color for Louie. Just more paint. Oops, that's too light. More umber, orange and red. Let's see. A lighter color, more white, orange, red. Okay. I know right now it's not maybe not so clear, but I'm just trying to get the values first, okay? I think too much yellow. I'm gonna add more, a touch of Alice and crimson to knock down the yellow and white. Okay. I'm trying to see the lightest spots on the picture, and I think the lightest spots are just here, one, here on the hair. Yeah, I think just that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see. Okay, I think it's time to add just some few details. That could be like drawing again, because my first at the beginning was kind of a sketch, simplifying and just thinking about, let's say, copying simple geometrical shapes. That's the easy way to do it. Now I'm gonna try to kind of drawing, like you got something that is kind of soft with a lot of soft edges, and you wanna draw with lines on top. Hello, Tiff. Fick. I have a question. Say, you always work with a small amount of paint, but when I try to paint a small amount of oil paint immediately finished on the brush. Yeah, it looks maybe that's a question that I got lot of times, and the question is mostly like how I'm able to move the paint, you know, on my canvas when it looks like I don't use too much paint. Yeah, but the thing is that I don't know why it looks like I don't use too much paint. Definitely, I use more than what it looks here, but not it's like a lot. I use a lot of paint. At least at the beginning, I don't use too much paint for sure. But for example, I'm gonna tell you. Uh, Once I was giving a lesson to a group of people. No Zoom lesson, just a real one, where I was just I wasn't painting. I was just going after easel, just critiquing, and then somebody just was has had a problem. It was like, hey, I cannot blend the paint. And I said, okay, why? I mean, look at that, trying to blend it. I said, wow, you don't have like almost no paint. Yeah, but I'm trying to paint. I saw that you don't use too much paint, she told me, and I tried to, kind of use the same amount. But it's impossible to blend. I mean, I cannot blend it. Okay, I'm gonna try to paint. If you want, you let me on your painting a little bit of a portion, just a little bit, like a corner. And I did it, and I blended, and she was like, "Wow, when I saw it on the videos, I thought you used way less paint than you really use." You know what happens when you don't use too much paint? It's impossible to blend. When you use a lot of paint, there's another problem that blending it becomes difficult too. Yeah, but painting is something that now you gotta remember that we don't kind of stop when we paint and go back and erase. It's a continuous process of putting more paint on top, on top. If you spend an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours on a painting, definitely you're putting more paint on top, more and more and more. Now you spend more time, more. You make more retouches, more painting. Yeah, we don't. I mean, there is. I'm not saying that it's not okay to erase. Yeah, sometimes we can just pick a paper towel or a palette knife and scrape off the paint and just repaint an area. But usually we don't do that. We correct things by just laying down more paint. It's just one brush strokes that change the previous brush strokes, and we go over that process slowly. And that process is just about putting more and more paint because that's the only way to make a correction. Okay, it's just basically that. If let's say that I stop in minute 10 on my process, definitely that would be like almost no paint, because at that point my paint is really transparent because that's what I want. Okay. Well, right now already I have definitely enough paint for blending, and I'm gonna just continue making correction. That means they're gonna add more and more paint. Okay, let's see Louie. Now I see Louie. Yeah, I think his face is a bit more orangey. Yeah, but I see Louie. I mean, I see his face. Okay, I need more contrast. The background is too light. No, I'm going to just reduce the size of the photograph. Okay, 1 second. Moving this one. photograph now. I want to move this one here. Oh, this one, a bit smaller. Okay. Now let's work on her face. Yeah, let's work on. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry. Okay, it's Ameerah, something like that. Okay. Let's see. I think the glasses. Yeah, I'm gonna start with the glasses. Yeah, the glasses. I'm gonna try to get the shape of the glasses. Okay, bigger glasses. Yeah. Okay, now I want to work on just drawing a little bit on the face. Okay, I'm gonna light up this color. Okay, let's see. I got the hair, an eyebrow here. Yep. An eyebrow here. Yep, that's okay. Now this angle here for the nose. Now shadow below the nose. There's always shadow below the nose, even when we don't see it. And I'm saying that because on this photograph it's pretty light. I don't see a lot of shadows on the face. Okay, that makes when we don't see shadows, is obviously more difficult to get the lights. But we see the lights because of the shadows. Okay. 1 second, I need a brush. This one. This one here. Okay, what about if I add a bluish jacket? I don't see it on the photograph, but it looks like a coat here. And I can add a little bit of the shoulder here. little bit of blue on the background with a touch of white. Now this is something pretty simple when we paint, when we try to create contrast. If we're painting something that's a little bit orangey, and that's the case of Louie's fair, you know, that's orangey. We use blue as a background. We're gonna create more contrast. You're gonna see Louie's fair a bit more orangey or glowing a bit more. See if I can add light on top of the hat. I have an advantage here about drawing. Remember, I got the photograph next to my canvas and it's the same size. Okay, that makes things a bit easier when it's about drawing. So I use this blue for the nose. Hello, JJ. Thank you. Need a little bit of pink. Let's see. His tone is around here. Yep. Okay. Let's work on the background again. No. More raw umber, blue, a little bit of white. I need more liquid. I need more blue. think it's okay. A little bit lighter. A bit lighter. See, a little bit of white, and blue. Let's try to light up here a little bit. I don't want to have a really just flat background just with one color. Maybe a little bit of green could work. Pretty good here. It could be. I have green, a green that I love here. That's emerald green. I love this color. Let's see if I can use it. Oh, it's gonna get closer to the photograph. You know, I was thinking that I was doing something different, and it's just pretty close to the color. Let's see, a little bit of white and green again. Okay, yeah, I think it's good. Now let's work again on the face. Okay, let's work on. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's continue. The glasses. Okay, I need a little bit of blue and white here. I'm gonna paint the corner of the glasses. This corner here. I don't think it's working this color, but anyway, let's continue. Okay, just raw umber. I can see her eye here a little bit. Okay, here eye, and here's dark. Here's a kind of transparent. You can even, maybe I could even clean this. Yeah, something like that, something pretty similar. I can see even on the picture some kind of texture, and that's pretty sure there, some tree that's being reflected on her glasses. be. This glass is completely dark. I think that's gonna be one of the darker spots on the painting. I can mix ultramarine blue and raw umber paint with this glass. And the next thing that's pretty dark is here, the Louie's mandible. Okay, I think that's okay. Yeah. Okay, let's work on the face. Where I see more light on the face, usually there are some spots that there is gonna be more light. Okay, let's mix this. Let's add more white here. Okay, where? Here, the nasal bone and the glabella area, a little bit there. The nose, obviously. Okay. Chin, cheekbone here, that we don't see it, but there's going to be a little bit of a portion that we can just have a little bit of light there. The mouth, because the upper part of the mouth is, something that's rounded. And since it's rounded, we gotta think about a rounded volume, like we see in a portion of a cylinder around the mouth. There's light here, there's gotta be shadow here. Okay. Now light on the corner of the mouth, because our muscles are there, and light just below the corner of the mouth. Okay, I'm gonna use more white to add light on the bottom lip. She's smiling a little bit of smile. Little bit of shadow here. Between this shadow that I'm painting here and this one is a bit darker. doesn't look like that dark on the picture, like this. Yep. Yeah, the highlight on the nose. The highlight on the nose is there. Let's see. I'm gonna use blue to paint here with blue on glass. Just gonna create more contrast between color. And the nose, I have a sharp edge here on the nose. Make the nose pop. You know, the same way that a little bit of light blue is gonna work on some areas, like for example here and here. If you realize that you added too much colors, then you can just repaint again those areas. You know, the same way that we add more orange. A little bit of alizarin crimson, pure alizarin crimson, just here. It doesn't mean like because it's a darker color here, it doesn't have any color. Okay. Now the mouth. When I'm thinking about the mouth, I'm thinking about some cylindrical volume. For example, the upper lip. We need a shadow here. That's what we call the core shadow, to make the lip just but like to get the feeling that it's something thick. Okay, it has volume. I can see a little bit of the upper eyelid right there. Yeah. Hello, Anna. Okay, again, let's see some darker spots. Okay, I see it here, dark here, kind of bluish. Okay, then here. Okay, then here. All this shouldn't be that dark. I mean this. Because everything is too dark, you know, our eyes doesn't kind of stop to see the focal point. And the focal point here is her face and his face. That means that if I just keep the darker values just in this area, all the tension is going to stay there. Hello, Das. Just thinking for a second. Okay. Let's work on the hair. Okay, there's something about the background I don't like. something. Okay. Another thing is about the skin color. I need to knock down the skin color a bit. I think it's too bright. Maybe some cool lights. Just gonna knock down the color a bit. Okay, I think that's better. Now, another thing, an orange accent. Some touches of orange. With a little bit of red. It's too yellowish. Okay, yeah. Maybe this color. I think that's better. Yeah. Obviously, if do know about the background, you can just let it dry. Go back to the background later. But I think it's better just kind of just pinky color. It's not. It's kind of a violish pinky color. And here we need to soften this. I need more paint here, this area. Okay, I'm gonna soften this. Just trying to get a lot of soft edges here. Softening. I'm gonna keep some brush strokes and more details, obviously, on Louis' face. But everything, I like it like kind of just lost. And some details here too, some brush strokes there. And the ear, obviously. Okay. Oh, sorry, Mike is saying, how do you decide on your background color and style For me, I have issues deciding this. Yeah, it's gonna be always pretty difficult. This thing about the background. Uh, Sometimes I think that I got the right one when I work on Photoshop and I just creating, let's say, a sketch. But one thing is Photoshop, and obviously when you're painting, you don't get the same colors that you see on when you make a sketch. And as I paint, I see, let's say, new colors that obviously a lot of them are there by accident. You know, sometimes just when we mix, we're trying to match one color. Yeah? Now, obviously, sometimes we don't match the color. It means we end up with a new color, and sometimes that color could be pretty beautiful. That could work pretty good on the painting, and we keep it. And that's gonna make a change on more things on the painting. Okay? But the thing is that I think that just one second, I got distracted with something here. You got something new there, and you gotta base your decisions in contrast and color harmony. Okay, now contrast is just think about just complementary contrast. Contrast, for example, that means colors opposite on the color wheel. Okay, and how's that gonna affect your painting? Think about, for example, about contrast between some chromatic and some monochromatic colors. Which one do you prefer? Okay. The thing is that sometimes we want one, sometimes we want another color. And you gotta do a lot with what we like at the same time. But each painting is gonna be full of accidents. And just us trying to take advantage of those accidents, trying to get away with something beautiful. Sometimes it's not possible. Sometimes you gotta just the painting dry and retouch on top. And sometimes you're gonna find yourself just changing the background or changing the colors more than once. And that's okay. We gotta just assume that that's okay. If we just get overwhelmed with the fact that we're making mistakes, we're gonna make a lot of mistakes. That's about painting. Painting is that. It's just we make mistake after mistake, and as we continue painting, we fix those mistakes, and we move on to the next to make it better. And it's always about that, trying to make every painting a bit better. Now, after I painted this pinky color, I don't like it now. I liked it for a second, and now I don't. But that's okay. I have learned that I gotta just, let's say, be relaxed about my mistakes, because we're gonna have a lot of them, and especially when we paint a la prima, like the way I'm doing now, for example. You take decisions on the go, just like painting and taking decisions. And sometimes, you think something is pretty good, and the next day you see it, you don't like it what you painted. That's okay too. That's something that's not gonna stop. It's not that you're a beginner. It's not that you've been painting just maybe not too much. No, that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen again and again. It doesn't matter how much paintings you have made. It doesn't matter how many years you've been painting. Every painting is a challenge, and it's gonna be like that. I mean, I think for me, it's always like that. That's the beauty of painting. At the same time, I gotta say that we feel, the thing that little thing that annoys us sometimes, that is this thing that we think, why I didn't get it right, you know, why I see some other paintings that are just so beautiful. Now the thing is that a painting goes, a better painting obviously takes more time. Sometimes we got lucky with just one painting, we got it just right. And the thing is that I got that so many times, you know, I have one few paintings that, oh my God, I loved it. It was just like I painted then in no time. And in the next painting, I couldn't replicate the same. Yeah, that's normal. Sometimes it could be just the picture, it could be the scene, it could be a lot of things that makes a painting beautiful. Uh, just paint. You gotta just paint. Okay, work. Let's work on the nose. I'm gonna just add more details to Louis' face, and I'm gonna make it soft and blurry around, you know, for the fur. Not too much details. And my intention is create some softness around his face and make the face pop. Let's see if that works. And another thing I'm gonna do is just like lay down big brush strokes for the fur. Okay, now remember that we think few things about painting, you know, about we plan ahead few things, but as we paint, we change our mind. That's okay too. If you see me painting here, so many times I say, I'm gonna do this, and you see me doing something different, or you see me changing the background, or something different. That's normal. Okay, that's part of the process. We move with the flow. More questions? Feel free to ask me any question. This is a little bit grayish, between grayish and brownish. No, sometimes it's just the light or the light that's around or any object that's around change the color. For the eyes, for this eye, I'm gonna add just a highlight, just a touch, just a dot. I think that's gonna be better. And a little bit of orange for the iris. Okay, now let's move to the fair. This is one thing that's is particularly difficult when you got everything wet, the painting wet, you know. It's gonna get mixed, and you're gonna pollute the colors. That's gonna happen. Okay. One way that would be like, for example, pick up this color. Let's say, just lay down a brush stroke, clean the brush before you go back to pick up more paint. Again, don't pick up more paint without cleaning the brush. Okay, I almost forgot. Clean the brush. Now with a softer brush, you can just work just there on the edge. Okay. Now repeat again until you got the edge of the painting, the edge of the dog. Okay. Now here again. Just stay here, that's okay. You just don't clean the brush, just continue laying down brush strokes. As soon as you get closer to the edge, there, clean the brush, again clean the brush, again clean the brush, and then you work for the background. Okay. Let's see. Okay. I'm gonna take a rest from Louie. I'm gonna work on her face. I'm gonna soften the glasses, the edge. work on the mouth. Got one color that I love here. It's a vivid rose from PBO. I'm gonna put it here. I need more white. I don't know if this color is going to be useful for something. Okay, that's white. And let's work on the face. First, the mouth. I don't like it. Okay, I'm gonna add more camion red. I thought it was gonna work for the mouth, but I don't think it's gonna work now. Somebody else here is painting commissions for Christmas? I need the shadow here. That's what we call the core shadow. I'm gonna mix a lizard crimson and camion red. The upper lip is kind of transparent. You know, it's thicker, but the upper part is transparent, it's soft. We gotta try to copy that softness, transparency, and that soft edge. Sometimes what we do is we paint what we don't see. We think we see a sharp edge and we paint it, and if we pay attention, there is not a sharp edge. Like this portion, for example. I have seen that so many times. You know, I see it that I barely see the edge of the mouth, the upper lip. You know, but when we paint, sometimes looks like we see more. No, it's not. I don't know why we tend to do that. to complete the form, to paint more than what we see. When we paint things that we don't see, we're using the knowledge we have to complete the form. Okay, and if we don't have enough knowledge, we're gonna make mistakes for sure. Okay, and thus when we're gonna see more differences between the photograph and the painting. Sometimes it's better paint less than more, and we see a picture and we paint more than is in the picture. Specifically about ages, we kind of see more than is already in the picture, and it's not true. We don't see it more. We just think that we see more, and what we do, we make the mistake of just complete with the knowledge we have. And if the knowledge we have is not good enough, we're going to make mistakes. Okay, even just trying to copy what we see, we make mistakes. Imagine just trying to put what we think we see. Example, and that we keep making that mistake is painting the white of the eyes. In this case, obviously, we don't see the white of the eyes, but so many times I have seen so many people painting the white of the eyes white, and we don't. When we see it on the picture, it's not white. There's no white there. It's kind of grayish, sometimes bluish, but the value is not closer to white. It's a bit dark. But we paint because we have this, preconceived idea that that's white. And sometimes we don't stop to see that's really white. We just paint it white because we know that's white. And that's knowledge. Knowledge overlapping what is really there. And I think that's the difficult thing, that in top of that we try to paint what we see, on top of that we paint what we think we know. That complicates things a bit more. Okay. Okay, a little bit of cerulean blue and white. Paint this bright light. Okay. I see light here. Oops, that's too much yellow. I see some areas that there is a little bit of orange, like here, for example. Hmm. There is a reflected light. The same is here. It means that there's gotta be a reflected light here too. A little bit there, and there. Okay, let's go back to the background. Hello, Mark. Okay, wait. I need to work on the eye first. I think that's better. Just need to insinuate the eye. Yeah. Now I noticed that sorry. I noticed that the eyebrow is too dark on my painting. I need to light up the eyebrow. Okay, there. I need to soften this edge here. There. I need to darken up the forehead a little bit. Oops, that was too much. There. Yeah. Okay. A little bit of light here. Light here. What do you think? Do you think I'm close enough with the likeness? I would love to have it like 100%, but you all know that's pretty difficult. I'm trying to copy as much as possible the values I see in the photograph. You know, there are a few things that are kind of especially difficult. The shadow, for example, from the glasses. There's gonna be a shadow from the glasses, and this shadow has to be here. But I don't see that it continues. It kind of stops there, and it's pretty subtle. You know, it's me thinking about the shadow and seeing a little bit of that one. The same is here. There's gonna be a cast shadow, and then it's more about painting what I know that should be there. So a lot of time happens that we paint what we know that has to be there, not what we see. Sometimes we don't see it because it's not that clear. You know, it's not so clear that the shadow is there, that the mid-tone is there. I think that's one of the things that is pretty frustrating when we paint. That so many times we don't see those shadows, midtones, and I mean, imagine you don't see what you're painting. You need to see what you're painting in order to continue. Okay, but when that happens, you gotta trust on your knowledge. I always keep, recommending everybody just draw or paint a sphere, because that's the simple form that help us to understand all the values we need to create a rounded form. To understand the logic, of three-dimensional forms and how the light just move on the surface of a three-dimensional form and how that creates volume. I'm missing one ear that is gonna be there. Got another photograph here to see the ear. The good thing is that he has smaller ears. There. And the other one we can see clearly. Oh, thank you, Mark. I don't see his whiskers. I'm gonna paint them maybe after the painting dries, I think, because I don't see them. I just need to zoom in the photograph a lot. I'm gonna do it after the painting dries. It's always easier. He's turning 4 years old in December. A few days. One of these days, I'm gonna paint my daughter. She loves her cat. And for sure she's gonna ask me one of these days, hey, I'm seeing your paintings on, you know, people with her, their pets. His fur is, well, looks like a little lion. Oh, lads. Hello, lads. Thank you. Mark is saying we need a cat portrait. Yeah. Okay. There's some glitter from the top. The head is a bit darker. Okay. One thing about the background, I still think that I need more work to do on the background. It's not the color, you know. It's like I like it, and a few minutes later, I think I don't like it. I think it could be better. You know, I think maybe just even just completely dark, not a mid-tone that it looks like a, it's not like a too dark, too light, or maybe something more colorful, something blue. It could be. Any suggestion about the background? I'm open to any suggestion because maybe I'm not gonna change it now, but the thing is that I can just let it dry, changing it later tomorrow. Okay. Now I love the contrast here. Here, one of the reasons at the same time that the background is not that dark here because there is some kind of communication there. You see. Otherwise, I can I could end up with just an outline around the figure, and I don't think that's gonna be pretty good. Sometimes that's gonna just take us to a point that the painting looks cartoonish because of the sharp edges. Okay. Now, I think all the softness around Louie's face help us to see, sharp edges here. Okay. Now for her face, I'll try to do the same. Some soften some edges to create some kind of illusion of something is fading. And that way, just all the tension stays on the face. Okay. I need to work more details here. For example, these areas on the hair. It's difficult to get this done in a couple of hours, but I think I have painted a lot, enough to be able to continue and make more and more retouches. Okay, let's see. A little bit soft, soft, soft. The eyebrows has to be really soft, lost edges. Okay, the glasses, a little bit of the glasses. I could have a sharp edge here. We see this on the photograph. I see a sharp edge there. Yeah, I think that's good. There. And there. All this area kind of blurry, and I'm going to insinuate a little bit of the coat. A little bit there. Okay. No. Everything soft here. Soft, soft. Okay. Soft here too. For the hair, there's here, for example, I want to make it just lost. Okay, and I can just lay down a brush stroke with light there, like that. Okay. One combination between some loose brush strokes and softness. You know, you see some loose brush strokes. Let's say sharp brush strokes and some softness here. Soft. Okay. Now, still thinking about the background. I don't think I'm gonna be able to just know what color is gonna work perfectly. And just the same thing, you know, I step back sometimes and I love it. I like it. And then all of a sudden I think, hey, I could make it better in terms of contrast and color. Yeah. And then I forget about that. In the next 5 minutes, I love it. And then again, that's pretty normal. That's okay. If somebody of you experience that, that's just what happens when we paint. We can follow a plan, you know, but we're always gonna have those doubts. Accept them. Don't fight them. That's okay. 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 Oh, Mark has a question. How do you decide? How you decide where to put your sharp edges? Basically, just for example, speaking on Louis' face, I want sharp edges here because I want Louis' face just pop forward, and you see soft edges here. Okay, it does kind of create a balance between one soft edge, loose edges, and sharp edges. And these edges here are working just to make the face pop. That happens all the time. On the face, for example, try to keep soft edges here on the glasses. Little bit here. But I have a sharp edge here on the nose. Why? Because I want the nose pop. You see the difference? It's pretty subtle, you know, but it's intentional. My intention is just to make the nose pop. Okay. Oh, okay. I see something. I kind of because I've been blending. I think I have erased one of her eyebrows. Yeah. Yeah, here. Yeah. And basically that edges are going to help us to create illusion of depth for sure. And of another sharp edge that I could add here, that would be here on the chin. Really sharp edge. Okay, not here on the neck. And I'm missing some dark value here. For example, here I see a little bit of a darker value, and I'm gonna try to paint this darker value, but not a sharp edge. And I'm gonna just do put more work on the mouth, especially on the lips, on the upper lip. She has a lot of volume on her lips. It looks pretty rounded, and I'm gonna capture that. But I'm not gonna be able to. I need to rest now. Rest my eyes, and came back to the painting tomorrow and make some retouches. Few retouches, because we got. I don't think I can make it better. I think I can just change the color for better. But the face, I think it's beautiful already. Yeah, I don't know. I think it is. What do you think? I mean, not just because of the painting. She has a beautiful face. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you so much, you all, for being here. Hello, Psadnil. Hello, Tina. Thank you. Okay. That's it for today. I'm gonna make some retouches. I'm not gonna be able to do the retouches here on YouTube, but at least you've seen most of the painting. Okay, retouches are gonna be about right now. About first retouch I'm gonna do is gonna be the background. Then the other one, that's gonna be for color, but the other one I think that's pretty important is the mouth. Oops, now that I see the mouth, I think something is not okay. Before I go, yeah, I gotta just move this portion of the mouth a little bit up. Yeah. Something here, a little bit of a smile. Okay. Okay, this is Louie and Ameerah. Sorry, Ameerah, if I'm mispronouncing your name. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. Okay, see you all next time. Okay, bye, everybody. Take care, you all. Thank you for being here. You know what? Maybe last thing I'm gonna do. Just thinking more and more that about just having a gray background, because I think I have enough color on with the Louis fair. That's orangey. I think the easier background it could be dark, just dark brown, and that's it. No more to do. If I just continue having issues with the color of the background, I'm just gonna paint it just dark. And that's it. What do you think? Hmm? Okay, bye everybody. See you next time.